Welcome to the Without a Mask podcast, where Dr. C will discuss the topics in her book, Living Life Without a Mask, Authentically and Unapologetically You. Many people walk around with masks on, pretending to be someone they are not. And some may not be aware they are doing so. Have you ever examined yourself to see if you are wearing a mask? Is there something you are trying to keep hidden or protected? What is it you don't want people to see or know about your true identity? Without a Mask invites you to take a deep dive into a self-introspection, examining the characteristics you embody. Are you a person of integrity who walks in humility, having compassion and patience? Are you plagued with shame, regret, jealousy, or covetousness? Dare to uncover your authentic self, who is beneath the mask, and walk boldly and unapologetically.
Good day, I am Dr. C. Welcome to the introductory episode of the Without a Mask podcast. So what is this podcast about, and what is this book all about? Well, this book was designed with honesty in mind. Honesty about your true identity, your true character makeup. This workbook will guide you step by step as you take an in-depth look within and examine yourself with a critical lens. Your objective here is to learn how to be authentic and to be unapologetic about who you are. Authenticity means you are true to your personality, your values, and your spirit, regardless of the pressure you are under to act otherwise. You are honest with yourself as well as with others, and you take responsibility for your mistakes. Your values, your ideals, and your actions all align. As a result, you come across as genuine, and you are willing to accept the consequences of being true to what you consider to be right. Consider this. Your parents and your siblings know you pretty well because they were with you as you grew up, when your character was being developed. Of course, today, you are not the same exact person as you were when you were younger, but many of the same personality traits you embodied as a young person are still evident within you today. But regardless of how well your parents and your siblings know you, they do not know you through and through. Even your best friend and your mate doesn't know you through and through. There are always components of yourself that you do not share with others. The only person who knows the true totality of your personality and character is you. And of course, God knows who you are. After all, He is the omniscient creator who knows your unique design and your capabilities. In the Bible, in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5, it says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." As you complete the exercises in this workbook, and it is my prayer that you have a copy of the book in your possession, I want you to dare to be completely transparent with yourself. You may be thinking, I'm always honest with myself. But the reality is, some of us have been wearing a mask for so long that we have come to believe that we are actually the person we created in our mind. But are we really that person? Or is there another person that exists underneath? The exercises in this book will assist you in uncovering your authentic self, one you should love and embrace. But if you uncover someone you really don't care to be, you will discover how you can change yourself to become someone you can be proud of and really are, rather than someone you are or have been pretending to be. As we explore ourselves to uncover our authentic self, we may find that we shift who we are depending on who we are surrounded by or from one setting to the next. The shift we make as we navigate various arenas could simply display a different part of our total persona, or it could be a changing of masks, identities, to display whom we aspire or are pretending to be. When we were children, we put on the mask of a good child, when in reality, we may have been hellraisers. On our job, we wear the mask of being the qualified, attentive employee, when in reality, we may be lazy wretches. Spouses present themselves as loving, dedicated partners, when they may actually be on the prowl for their next victim to ensnare with their charm. The reality is, we all wear a mask to a lesser or greater degree. And we need to ask ourselves why. What is it we are trying to keep hidden? What is it we don't want people to see or know about us? What is it we believe others will not accept about us? What is it that sets us apart from others that we believe causes us to not fit in with the crowd? And why do we need to fit in with the crowd or the masses? We accept our authentic self and only adhere to God's expectations, then others will begin to accept our authentic self also. So stop hiding. Come from behind the mask. Being authentic and unapologetic about who you are means not having to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. And as a believer, a child of the Most High God, you should allow the Word of God to dictate the characteristics you behold. We only have one life to live, and we want to be our best self, our authentic self, and to be unapologetic about it. And we want to do that in our God-given glory. So I encourage you to engage in all of the episodes of this podcast. I encourage you to purchase a copy of the book if you don't already have it. The full title is Living Life Without a Mask, Authentically and Unapologetically You. It is sold at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. Until the next episode, be blessed, and I look forward to seeing you right here for the Dr. C Without a Mask podcast. God bless you.
Thank you for tuning in to Dr. C's Without a Mask podcast, a production of CLF Publishing Collaborative. Share this podcast with friends and family, and be sure to tune in week after week for the upcoming episodes.